Chapati is one of Kenyan's very versatile meals. You can enjoy it with a side dish like chicken stew, bean stew, or even beef stew. You can also enjoy it on the go as a snack, or you can enjoy it with some tea or some coffee. The challenge is many people find it difficult to make very soft layered chapatis as shown. So this is a step-by-step guide to your next soft layered chapatis, or if you're a new learner, this here will help you achieve one of the best chapatis possible. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claudine. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. So to get us started is 3 cups of all-purpose flour that you can obtain from any of your local stores. I just added that into a container as shown. Next, I added in 1 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 tablespoon of sugar. Stir them up using a whisk or a spoon or a wooden spoon. Next, I added in 1 egg, which is optional, 1 cup of warm milk. You can use half milk, half water, or you can just replace it with water. Use your hand to mix as shown. This step is very important as it ensures all your wet and dry mixtures are well incorporated and each and every piece is well coated. Continue with the process, ensuring you mix the flour and the other mixtures as well as shown until everything is into one big lump. Next, I added in 1 tablespoon of cooking oil and continued with the kneading process. This here is very important. It helps you achieve the elasticity and it ensures your dough is ready for the next process. Continue with this process until everything looks well into one piece and the elasticity is well achieved. When that was done, I just tucked it in and covered it into a container as shown and let it sit for about 10 minutes. I moved on to my working surface. This counter is clean and ready for the next process. I cut my dough into 6 pieces. Initially, I started with 6, but then I thought, these chapatis are gonna be tiny. So I ended up splitting 1 to make it into 5 pieces of chapati. But then I realized, you know what, this could have still made 6 chapatis. However, we ended up with 5. Anyhow, on to the next process. This is where you're now going to achieve your layers. Just roll out the dough as shown, add some oil onto the surface, and then use your spoon or your finger or your brush to spread out the oil. Ensure each and every surface is well coated, and then just roll it into smaller pieces as shown. This step is very important. Do not skip it, do not rush it, because this is where you will get your layers. When that is done, just tuck it in, roll it into one big ball just as shown. Tuck it in and then set it aside. Moving on to the next piece, we're gonna just walk through the same process. Thank you everybody for supporting my channel. It means a lot to me. If you're new, please consider subscribing. I bring some Kenyan recipes. I bring new recipes that I share with my viewers, my subscribers. Please be part of this journey. Consider subscribing, and this means a lot to me. Just working on the second piece of chapati as shown. Tuck it in and then set it aside. Continue the same process with all the other pieces until all is done. On to the final piece there. And then when all is done, all the 5 pieces are completed, I set them aside, cover them with a saran wrap, and just let them sit for about 5 minutes. Moving on to the cooking process now. This is where you roll them into your round flat pieces. And this can be a challenge, especially if it's your first time making chapati. But you know what? Practice makes perfect. As you continue doing this, you'll get better and better to it. And as some people say, you don't eat the shape, you eat the taste. You enjoy the taste. So if you've made it this far, trust me, you've become a chapati maker, and you can't go wrong with this recipe. It's very simple and it's very achievable. Next, I just moved on to rolling the next piece. And you can roll them one at a time as you cook, or you can roll all of them. As these are just few chapatis, you can roll them all together and set them aside and just be cooking as you go. At this point, your pan should be heating up and ready for the cooking process. So I have my pan there. I just added a little bit oil and tested to make sure it's all heated up before I put in my first chapati, because putting it in too soon will make you have very hard chapati. I just cooked one side and flipped it over, and I'm now adding a little bit of oil and spreading it out before I flip it again to the other side. As you can see, it's already achieving some golden brown color, but we are not done yet. We have to flip it again to ensure it's all cooked. So the other side is cooking already. As you can see, it's achieving some golden brown color, and that's really what you want. Pressing down with the spoon ensures each and every surface area is well coated and is well cooked into that brown color, because you don't want your chapatis looking white. We are done with the first piece, and we're moving on to the second piece just to show you a closer look on how this is done. Let the first side cook for a few seconds, maybe 15 seconds, and then flip it over. Add some oil, spread it out, and then flip it again to give you room to cook the other side. So the main goal is just to ensure you spread out the oil evenly. Press it down using your spoon and just ensure you're getting the good old golden brown color, because this is the appetizing part. Just continue until everything is done. As you can see, my 5 chapatis are ready and they are yummy. They look appetizing. They have the layer. As I showed you, don't skip the layer part, because this is what gives you this outcome. If you've made it this far, I do appreciate. Thank you for joining me. See you in my next video. Bye.